Welcome back, and today we're talking drills. So I frequently get asked what I do in solo practice and what drills I like to do. So here's one. It's a pool and snooker style drill. I feel it improves my cue ball control, my accuracy, and also my concentration. I'm going to tell you why later in the video. There's 7 parts to this drill. Here's part 1. Part 1 of the drill. We've got 1 red left. We're 34 points behind, and we need to pot red, black, and all the colours to win by a point. The key thing with this part is not leaving yourself straight on the black. So you want to be here or here. Because ideally what you want to do is come round into the yellow and leave yourself a natural angle all the time. One thing that does keep me sharp though mentally in this drill is if I do make a mistake, I have to go all the way back to the beginning. And you'll see the difficulty in that later on in the video. So here's part 1. Part 2. So as you can see, I've added another red. Obviously it's a stripe. We are playing on a Chinese 8-ball table and I've only got spots and stripes. So in my mind, I imagine it's a red. Same applies. Take the red first, pot the black, stripe and black, clear all the colours up to win by a point again. Here's part 2. Now we're adding more balls, it starts to get a little bit more difficult. The main thing with this first shot is leaving yourself a high angle on the black. Because if you come here, when you pot the 8 and you come here, you have a choice of the 9 and the 15. Reds, by the way. Then it gives you options, so it's easier to get out the finish. Again, leaving natural angles is a massive key in this drill. Now the bottom half of the table started to look a little bit more congested. Again, it's all about cue ball control here and leaving yourself natural angles. So the first shot is the red. Ideally, you want to try and get the 14 out of the way as quick as you can, so then you've got the bottom rail for use. The longer that's there, means you can only screw out and stun up. Let's see how we get on. we're adding one ball on the bulk line this time. So because we're playing on a Chinese 8-ball table, there is a break line. It's actually 16 centimetres from the rail, and this is how I measure the drill. So ball goes on the bulk line, and it's in line with the 3 ball, which is my first red. As you'll see later on in the drill, the more balls that I add, you will see what I mean by that. The key with this ball here is because I'm taking blacks with every red, I need to try and give myself options. You need to be as straight as you can on this ball to get back down or top it off the back top rail, come back down. So my advice really is first ball, you pop on the red. If you come high on the black, you can play it off 2 cushions or 1, and you want to land here. So you're good on the red into the top bag, but if you're not quite good, you can take the other red into the bottom bag. But the difficulty is starting to crank up a little bit now. Part 6, and we've added another ball on the bulk line. So it's starting to really get difficult. The only advice I would give on this part is get that 14 out of the way. Get the ball at the bottom of the table gone. Because once you take this out of the way, obviously you've got to take the 3 ball first. But then that gives you the option to run into areas to take these 2 balls off the top of the table. This is where it starts to get extremely hard. And remember, you're not allowed to touch another ball. And if you miss, you have to go back to the start again. The final part of the drill, and one goes into bulk. In my opinion, the hardest ball on the table. Why? Because these two balls are guarding it. Earlier on when I said you want to get the 14 out of the way to use the bottom rail, same applies here. You need to remove these two, or at least one of them, to get to the 11 ball. This improves your accuracy and your cue ball control because you need to try and get as tight as you can on the 6, the green, or the 1 ball, the yellow ball, so you can get a good angle to get back down to the 8 ball. Remember, you have to pot all the balls with blacks. So there we go. Snooker style drill on a Chinese 8-ball table. Very good drill to keep you focused, and obviously because the pressure is on the drill that if you don't complete it, you have to start again. If you want to see more drills, comment below what you want me to do. I can do any drill. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.